Today we're going to add some lights to this fuge. What's up YouTube, John here. Just wanted to give you a quick video on my Refugium. So as you can see, it is a Rubbermaid tank that is approximately 150 gallons. Tank dimensions maybe about 53 inches by 39 inches wide. It's filled up, I believe, about 22 inches deep. I have about a 3-inch sand bed in there. Using a few different types of macroalgae. As you can see, I have a mangrove tree. Just got that. It's got about 11 leaves on it, so picked that up at one of my local fish stores. And I got a couple other things in here. I am running basically a ball of Chaetomorpha. I do have some dragon's breath in there, and then I had the kind of grape caulerpa, but that did not do so well, so all that's left is another little ball of Chaetomorpha. So I am going to upgrade the lighting here. Right now I have the Kessel H380 running. It's a great light. However, it's my opinion, the way I have it raised off the water, and I'm going to take some PAR readings, but probably not getting a whole lot of PAR. I don't know what's necessary. I mean, obviously the more PAR you have on your macroalgae, probably the more it's probably going to grow and outcompete your main system for some of those nutrients. But I actually bought a couple of the UFO lights. I actually got them off of Amazon instead of eBay. I got a black version that's housed in black instead of white that I've seen a lot of other people using. But I'm going to take some PAR readings of just the Kessel H380, and then I'm going to add the UFO lights and kind of give you guys an idea of what the total kind of PAR looks like, maybe at the surface and at the bottom of the sand bed all around this tank here. So my main focus is to just increase the lighting to get this macroalgae really to take off. I really want it to outcompete the main system. Nitrates are pretty high right now, so I'm just trying to do whatever I can to get my macroalgae to grow and thrive. So at that point, I'm not going to have hair algae problems in the frag tank and the display tank. Everything is connected into one system. So these ones are from GrowStar. I don't really know the brand, but I'm sure there's a lot of no-name brands out there. And let's see if I can do this while still holding the camera. And comes with the cord and the hanging kit. I'm sure you guys have seen these before. And pretty sure these look almost identical to the white version that I've seen online. You just have an on-off switch, your plug, and pretty sturdy actually as far as the hanging kit. Like, these are very sturdy. So these are the 150 watt version. I actually got two of them. So with the Kessel H380, which I don't know what this says 150 watts, but I think it only runs at 62 watts of power. The Kessel H380, I believe, is at 90 watts of power. So I figured, if anything, it might be overkill now, but I can always run them a shorter period. So one thing I've seen with the other ones is the hanging kit is all stainless steel, and this one's actually black, which is good because when I hang these, I actually have a kind of a black coated chain link, and looks like you get an extra one for the price. These are actually really nice. Should actually make it pretty easy to hang these. Got a nice little clip here. we go. Whoa, these are bright. Yeah, the camera's gonna have some lines through it. But basically red and blue. It looks like there's a little bit of white. I'm gonna guess this center ones are. Looks like this center one right here is actually a white color spectrum, and then you got your blues and reds. Not gonna be able to see for a week now. There we go. So if anyone is interested, I can put the link in the description. I basically ordered them off Amazon. I trust Amazon. It's really easy to return stuff, so that's pretty much why I chose them.
So let me give you a little background on what I'm doing here. I am turning the light on to kind of see how high I want to hang it off of the water, and I'm kind of looking for the light spillage and see what's going over the actual black tank on the floor and being wasted. So just trying to figure out how high I should have the light mounted, breaking out a measuring tape just to see how long the cord is. I believe it's about a 6-foot cord, to see how far it's going to hang down. So when I mounted the lights, I basically just took little spare pieces of 2x4s and mounted them into the eye joists into the ceiling. The one thing I can tell you to do is double check on the other side, especially if you're using screws. You want to make sure that you're not going to potentially go into a plumbing line or a gas line or something if for some reason the screw comes out the other side. So from here, I am gonna have a little hook that comes off of the 2x4, and I have like a black coated kind of chain link, kind of a small chain link that I'm gonna use to help support the weight, just in case I don't want to support the weight by just the extension cord. Obviously that could pop out very easily. So from there, I kind of wire tie everything in together. I kind of measured out at this point 12 inches from the center on both left and right side, and that's kind of the line that I wanted to do, as I'm kind of eyeing it and seeing where the lights are going to come down and where the extension cord is going to come down. So it's kind of what I'm doing at this point. With drilling things into the ceiling and hammering and doing all that stuff, I'm knocking a lot of little wood chips and stuff into the water, so I just kind of broke out a net and scooped up all the little pieces so the wood doesn't break down and cause extra nutrients in the tank. So at this point I have mounted the first light, and you'll see that I grossly underestimated how long it should be or how far it should come down, but essentially the weight is being supported by the chain link that is connected to the 2x4 in the ceiling. I am actually wire tying the extension cord that comes off of the light up the chain link just to make it look cleaner, also maybe to help support the weight, just in case if the chain link were to break at any point there, you still have the wire ties holding the wire together, or vice versa. If the light were to come unplugged, the cord of course is not going to fall in the water either because it's being tied into the chain. This one you can tell that I got the height right the first time, so obviously I'm going to go back and readjust the one on the right hand side to make it look even and match up with that one. Now that I have both left and right side at the height that I want, I'm going to go back through and just kind of clean everything up and cut the wire ties so the little extra part is not going to be sticking out. And then at this point I'm going to be lowering the Kessel H380 think I lowered it maybe 6 inches at the most, but I kind of had to cut a couple wire ties off from how I did that one the first time the exact same way to redo that so I could lower it properly, and add a little extra chain link as well to, that's what it's being supported by, is the chain link. So I'm just connecting all the wires up top and hanging from the ceiling so they're out of the way and I don't accidentally pull them down. But right now everything's going to go back to a surge protector that has a timer on it, which is then routed back to my apex. So the surge protector will be coming on about 18 hours a day. For that time period, all 3 refugium lights will come on and the carbon reactor will continuously run that 18 hours a day. The only other thing that runs only for a couple hours a day is a little power head inside the tank that just, helps create a little bit of circulation inside the refugium.
Okay. So, as you can see, I don't have the lights all even. I obviously want this mangrove tree to continue to get some light and grow, so I'm going to keep the Kessel a little bit off-centered here, and the other 2 I'm going to keep lower because I didn't really want a whole lot of light spillage going on here. So got a little bit of light spillage on this side. It's okay. I'll probably try to do something to maybe cover that so that doesn't start getting algae inside there. Kind of connected everything, as you can see, going up, and get everything kind of wire tied and coming back down. So that's it. So we'll see with all this extra light what exactly this will do to the refugium. As you can see, I'm still collecting a ton of hair algae, but better here than in a display. So really, at the end of the day, I want my macroalgae to grow, which hopefully will do very well. And I'll keep you an update here maybe in a few weeks and see how things are going.
I do have a Senai that I will be getting hooked up and showing you some power readings of just the Kessel H380 by itself at the height that it originally was, and what the power readings will be now with the additional 2 UFO lights being added. So if you would like to see future updates coming out, please feel free to subscribe. If you have any questions, definitely leave a comment below, and thank you so much for watching.
Stay tuned. I will give you an update here over the next few weeks, and we'll take a look and check in and see how some of this macroalgae is growing now with the extra light. Happy reefing.